with Pastor Grant Bulmuo. Add layers of faith to your faith. This broadcast will empower, edify, and encourage you to step beyond the gates of your potential.
The anointed of God is not always the appointed of God. Write that down. The anointed of God is not always the appointed of God. You can be very anointed than your father, than your mother, than your spouse, than any. You can feel anointed. But if God has not appointed, you might end up in conflicts because you have to go through processes in order to be appointed. You can create more business in the job you are in, create more business than your manager, but yet still you are not the appointed manager. You can raise cripples than your spiritual father, but yet still your senior pastor, your head pastor is still the appointed one. You can be very eloquent than your spouse, but in certain matters God has appointed that spouse for that particular dispensation. You can be very anointed singer than your music director, but God has not appointed you as a music director.
Beyond the Gates with Pastor Grant Bulmuo.
Being anointed for a thing does not mean you are appointed for it. Look at David. He was anointed, but yet still, after he was anointed by Samuel, that same day, David had to go back to the wilderness to take care of sheep. I tell you, he was there. All he was doing, watching sheep and watching animals. I can imagine David in the wilderness and frowning and angry with himself. But didn't Samuel anoint me? Didn't he look at Eliab and look at all this? Didn't anoint them? He anointed me. I'm the anointed one. I'm the anointed one. But the anointed one has to still go through the process. The anointed one has to go through, first of all, back in the wilderness, still go through that process, still be nurturing animals, tending animals, still watch them, still snatch them out of the mouth of lions, so be able to care for them. He has to take them through it, still come back when even the king is sick.
Beyond the Gates with Pastor Grant Bulmuo.
There is everything wrong with your boss, but yes, the God said you are not the one who is due for appointment. And there's everything wrong with the person who is working with you. You are better than them, more eloquent than them. You have all the grace to do everything, but God said it is not your time. God said it's not your time. There is a process. You must go through the process. You must go through the process, because the processes must make you, must mold you, must prepare you for kingship.
Send a WhatsApp message to +44 795 808 6575. We hope to come your way again soon. Until then, keep living a limitless life.